Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thought I'd do a little whip update. And my first thing that I worked on from July to September, middle September, was I'm doing the stitch along with Carla and I don't know what, I keep wanting to say Leo. I don't know if it's Carla and Leo on Facebook. And this is working on this from Stitch Road, Satsuma Street, Halloween Cat. And this is how far I am. Oops, sorry. Trying to think where I got that one at. Can't remember. I know it's not down Sunshine Lane, but it's. I don't remember. So that's how far I was on that one. I started the Sunflower Fairy by Nora Corbett. And here's how far I am. Oops, let's put this behind it. It's I'm using the Valdani threads, so they're very variegated. So some of the threads are kind of looking very similar to each other. So I'm trying to make sure the variegation, like if it's like the sunflower parts, like the yellow, I try to get more yellow, because there's one color that's like orange to yellow, and there's one color that's burgundy to orange, and they're very similar. If you get that whole orange, you can almost make it look the same down here in her skirt. So I'm trying to strategically snip my variegation in a way that at least I'll get some color variation down here and not all the same orange. And it doesn't come with this is in the Cross Stitch and Needlework, September 2009. So it doesn't come with the DMC list. So I just went ahead and got, these are the first time I ever bought over dyed threads, or hand dyed threads. So it's very interesting. These are the threads right here. And then I got this pattern here from Awesome Pattern Studio on Etsy. And it's called Rabbit. And this is how far I am. Just got a little bit of the side of the door and some of his cheek right here. Just lately I've been working on the Folk Art Angel by Leslie Tier. And here's how far I am. It's on 18 count. I'm using Ada. Most of my projects are Ada. I think the Sunflower Fairy's on Copper Penny, 32 count Copper Penny. So some other projects that I was working on, at the beginning of July and August. I spent a lot of time on my Patriotic Angel by Joan Elliott. For Joan Elliott July, I started Mama Christmas. This is how far I got. Not very far. I like this needle minder. I saw it on some other people's channels and I hunted it down. I decided to do some full coverage in August on the weekends. So I was working on Primrose. This is an Alfonso Mucha kit from Lenart. And whoops, here's how far I am. She has a face. Yeah, the chart's ginormous, if you can see that. And one other thing I did within the last 3 months is rabbits and cabbages. See if I can find the picture in here. It's in this Bunnies Galore Leisure Arts book. Oh, here it's on the back. And then I also, this is my first ever time I ever stitched with hand dyed. I had bought the ones for the Sunflower Fairy many months ago, but never had started that one. And then I started this one. Oh. Back in there. It's called Coverlet Candle Mat by the Scarlet House. And here's where I am. So I'm liking that one. So it's only 3 colors, so I went ahead and got the, I think I just picked 3 red, I think a red and a black and a gold color. Okay, I want to show you some of my finishes. It's called Halloween Delivery by Plum Street Samplers. This is on 40 count Ren. This is the first time I ever used 40 count. So I never had used one thread before, so this was a whole new world here. I like this. This fabric feels a little thicker than normal. You know, just Lugana or Joblin. So I'm not really sure what kind of fabric this is originally before it's dyed. It's really nice. And then I did from Leslie Tier. She has this little bears that she's doing monthly on her blog, and this is the July bear, and he's like all in his fishing. But that was cute. Then I have Dames of the Needle, the Starry Witch, and it was originally supposed to be all in one color, and it was actually more of it. And I only had this little scrap of Ada, and I just wanted to use it up, so I just went and picked the parts of the pattern I wanted to use, and I made this little vignette of the pattern. And then I just finished the Santa, Sunflower Santa by the Sunflower Seed. That was in the 2016 ornament issue, the Christmas ornament issue from Just Cross Stitch. It's really cute. He's on the cover if you didn't see him. I finished, this was one of my Stitch Mania things, and this is the Village Sampler by Tiny Modernist. I picked my own colors because I didn't have any of the colors in my stash, and this was my at-work project. And when I was on vacation last month, I just went ahead and finished it. And I didn't do the entire band across the top. I did a little bit of the thing at the bottom, and then I kind of changed it up for up here. So thought about putting that on my tote bag. But my lady that owns the newspaper I work for, she thought that was a little odd that I would want to put that on my tote bag because I might mess it up. And here's another thing I did. Daisy by Nor Corbett. It's a Pixie Couture. I even beaded, look, Sherry Burkett, I even beaded, if you can tell. Yeah, Sherry Burkett was always trying to get me to bead. I beaded. My last finish is Pretty Little Toronto. This was like in July, so I almost forgot what it was. So I wanted to show you a few things that are on my radar. You know how you always get things on your mind that you want to stitch. So I have the Little House Needleworks, and it's called Bare Tree Forest. I also have Lantern Lane by, I think it's by Country Cottage. And I got this idea from Priscilla and Chelsea on their Flosstube channel. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. But this has been on my radar ever since they were showing all their things. And I found this fabric by Fabric Flare, which I thought would go really well on it. And look on the back, it's just like it's painted or something, because on the back it's nothing. On the front it's this. And I just got it like a 9 by 19 piece to try it out. Another thing on my radar, also because of Priscilla and Chelsea, this is the fall chalk design that was last year. It was in the autumn. I'm gonna buy some fabrics by Stephanie Fabric and do this on that. And then Pat from Just Keep Stitching was talking about this Stone Street Stitchworks. Has this little coffee cup that looks like a house. I thought that was really cute. They have an Etsy store. And I also bought Leafy Lane, which I thought was also cute. And then McKenna from Every Stitch Counts, or Stitching with Sequins, I don't know, it's hard to keep track of what her name is anymore. I went to this Busy Bee let's see if I can find the front cover. Oh, here it is. The Plague Doctor. They have a Sal group on Facebook. And I got this pattern off of Busy Bee Designs. Buzz Bee Designs. And since I was already on there and this was like $5, I thought I'm gonna get another pattern. And Lollipop Stitches is always talking about tiki masks. And I thought this was so cute. I couldn't help it. This is in black and white because I printed out in black and white, but it is in color. And somebody else on there was talking about, on Stitch Mania, was talking about Beatrix Potter. And I found this little Beatrix Potter character that I thought was really cute. And then I love these Scandinavian designs, and this was just a little Santa. He's not little, but he's kind of very simple to stitch, and he's really cute. So that was my Buzzy Bee designs. And then I went, there's a lady that does smalls on Flosstube, and she talked about fuzzy fox designs, and I got the little blue wrens. I got the Christmas bluebird, and I got the Christmas chickadee. I thought I would do all of those on one long piece, just so they're all small, so I thought I would do them all in one piece. I thought that would be pretty cute. A few other things on my radar, things that have been in my stash. Kathy Barrick Cooper. Ever since this came out, I've been wanting to do this one. Love Kathy Barrick. She just had a whole bunch of stuff just drop. Carriage House Samplings had that Halloween Hawkwind Hollow that everybody's a buzz about. And this was another one that's been in my stash for a long time I want to do. Family Blessings by Diane Arthurs. And I like this one so much, I bought it twice. Let's go. Seaside Light. I also have one called Harvest Light, which is a lantern also. Let's see if I have it right here. Yeah. These are on my, I want to do them, stitch all the things right now kind of thing. I think everybody has September startitis. Another thing on my radar is the Violet Pixie Couture. And when I originally bought the Daisy, I bought Morning Glory by Nora Corbett, so I'm gonna do that one also. So that's my whip update, my finishes. Don't have any FFOs because pretty much I'm like Kara from Kay's Cross Stitch, and I just put them in a pile. Someday I'm gonna frame them. I actually got a frame for Daisy. So hope y'all have a wonderful stitchy day and have a wonderful stitchy week, month, year, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.